What is love? What does the word even mean? Like when I close my eyes and I think of the word love, my mind goes to my family, my puppy, eating my favorite foods, to fairy tales and happily ever afters. Then I try to think of what love might mean to other people, which is going to be completely different from what I just imagined in my head. In today's video, I'm going to break down the word love by using the 5 love languages and tying them into things that we can do for ourselves in terms of practicing self-love and self-care. Hey everyone, my name is Tran. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Love Your Healing, where we talk about all things mental health, self-development, and spirituality. Today's video tackles the huge topic of love, the 5 love languages, and self-care. Now, I was really struggling to make this video because I was only thinking of this topic in terms of romantic relationships. But the more I read and understood it, it could actually really teach us about all relationships, not just the romantic ones, but also in the relationships with our family, our friends, and also with ourselves. So I think that since love is so universal and complicated, that the question shouldn't be, what is love? But how do we love? And also, how do we want to be loved? And once we have a better understanding of how to answer these questions, I think that love is a simpler topic to talk about than we make it out to be, or in this case, how I make it out to be. So first, let's talk about the 5 love languages. The 5 love languages are 5 different ways that we can express or receive love in any given relationship. And they are acts of service, physical touch, quality time, receiving gifts, and words of affirmation. So not only is each person different in what they love and who they love, but we all differ in how we love and how we want to be loved. If you haven't taken the quiz yet and want to know what your love languages are, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description box below. As I said before, a lot of people relate love languages to romantic relationships, but I want to go the other route of talking about them in terms of expressing love to ourselves and accepting that love for ourselves. It sounds super cliche, but I truly believe that we can't really love someone else until we really give that love to ourselves first. So doesn't it make sense then that since everyone is so different, even just thinking in terms of love and how we perceive it, that we learn how to give that love to ourselves first? To explain this, I'm going to use a pitcher of water and 2 glasses. The pitcher will represent love, this glass will be you, and this other glass will be someone else. If your love is conditional, you're only going to do something for someone else when they do something for you. Pretty equal, right? No big changes are made. Now, when we give ourselves the love that we need, instead of looking for it from the other person, we fill up our own glass, which allows us to give love to others without any ulterior motives. This love is unconditional because then I am just letting you be. I'm still gonna love you and not expect anything in return because I have all the love I need within myself. So we're not just doing things to get love, we're just giving love with no conditions. So here's a personal example. These are my love languages in order. So we have words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts. So what this tells me is that in any relationship, I value words of affirmation and quality time more than I do with the other ones listed. I also compared these results with these results that I got in 2017. And it was super interesting to find that they didn't really change, even though I'm a completely different person now, almost 5 years later. Once we find out what our love languages are, we can work on expressing that type of love to ourselves. for ourselves. And get creative with this part, because you know yourself best. This is the fun part. But if you have trouble finding self-care tips for your specific love language, I got you. Here are a couple examples to help you get started. And I strongly encourage you to tap into how you're feeling when you do certain things. Because even if you aren't as in tune with your emotions, we still know that there are things that make us feel good and things that make us feel bad. So guys, do more of the things that make you feel good and less of the things that make you feel bad, and repeat the cycle. In today's society, a lot of us are pretty busy, so we don't talk about self-care as often as we should. And I feel that once I started doing these things for myself, I had so much more energy to do things that I actually wanted to do, to create, and was able to show more love to the most important people in my life. All right, so I was a hippie for Halloween, and I think that this last part of the video really calls for me to put on that costume right now. So give me 1 second. And remember, we each have the power to make the world a better place. And it really starts with us. No matter what the context is, it's super important for us to be self-aware, to learn about ourselves, to love ourselves, and most importantly, to spread that love to other people.